try to flip this thing over now, which is a rather daring thing to do.
She changed everything. Before her, it was frozen food and can openers and marshmallows.
Don't knock marshmallows.
Don't knock marshmallows. Many of you probably still remember watching Julia Child on her groundbreaking cooking show. Well, this clip that you're looking at was, of course, Meryl Streep playing Julia Child on the big screen in the current hit movie Julie and Julia. And today we're making some Bon Appetit memories with spiritual medium Patti Sinclair and Lassie Sullivan, chef extraordinaire. Sisters, of course.
Yes.
It's always fun in the kitchen when you guys are here.
Thanks.
And we're making 2 recipes from The Way to Cook from Julia Child's cookbook. Yeah. Tell us the recipes again.
We're going to start off with a niçoise salad, which is a traditional salad, and in the book she talks about doing something different for a luncheon or a buffet and putting it in a big pot of choux pastry shell. And so we're going to make that, and then we're going to make this using the same shell, a big giant cream puff.
And this is really getting back to memories and getting back to family time at time. I think many of us remember our moms and our grandmothers in the kitchen when we had more than 5 minutes to actually sit down and enjoy a meal as a family, right?
Yeah, and prepare a meal. I mean, Julia Child was so much about helping the American woman, after all of her study in France, really coming and bringing something spectacular, but her books are groundbreaking in that they have pictures and diagrams, and she takes you step by step so you can get it right. This is really easy. It's going to look flashy at the end, but it's so easy that you
I love that. I love things that are simple but look really impressive.
Yeah.
And I always need pictures in cookbooks. Always.
Always. So you
got to make sure that you're doing it right.
Doing it right.
Okay, we'll start with the salad.
Okay. Sure,
And
sure.
It's niçoise?
Niçoise.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a place in France, and so it's just the tradition of a part of France.
But it has egg in it, right?
Niçoise olive, there's an olive actually that makes it tuna fish. Tuna is what makes it a niçoise. And all the whole thing makes it that, but that's what it's traditionally known as. It's a composed salad.
Whenever you see that niçoise on a menu, you know that it's going to have fish.
Okay.
So you can
Good to know.
know that, yeah.
So what do we do?
So we have our...
Here, I'll switch with you. Go for it.
So we have our pat de choux pastry shell, which I've made, and Julia does a great job of running you through how to make this type of pastry.
Because that looks elaborate, and you use a pastry bag. It's not like a pan.
It's a pastry bag. You don't need a lot of equipment, but you do need a pastry bag. And I say, everybody, get one.
Go out and get a pastry bag.
Get a pastry bag. So it's just layered with some lettuce, and you know, it's a nice time of year. This came right out of my garden, and everything's nice and fresh. It's a really nice time to do this sort of thing.
Just lay it in there, and you know, pardon me, you could stuff this with chicken salad, Sonia. You could put even something that was warm in there, like meatballs we've done with cheese over top.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Yeah, I mean, anything. It's really almost like stuffing a popover. Remember making popovers or having popovers at a fancy restaurant when we were kids? And this is sort of like a popover, you know, really, isn't it?
Potato salad?
This is potato salad.
This is potato salad.
This is a potato salad. So it's a kind of a crazy little thing here with the potato salad. I'm just going to...
And then do you want to do the fish too now? Or?
Yeah, well, we can do, whoops.
And you just put tomatoes on there. And does the pastry shell taste like cream puff pastry?
It is. It's the exact same recipe. It's the same thing. This is a real Julia moment.
Yeah,
I love it.
Ooh, look at those tomatoes
well, we want it to
everywhere.
be authentic, don't we?
And then this is the tuna fish in oil. So that's what you want for a niçoise salad.
Like
you
a
don't want to do
tuna. No,
really,
not the water.
Imported with. And you do that. It's just, you keep layering.
That's good to know.
Layering. And then she talks about green beans in it, but in my garden we didn't have any, and I have this beautiful squash, so I did these.
Squash. Oh, that's a nice substitute.
And so the point is that, you know, you can do whatever you like, whatever vegetable or anything you'd like to add. Then we add some
hard-boiled egg.
Okay.
Whoops.
Doesn't it look fancy the way
That
it's getting
does. That does
assembled?
look
I mean,
really good.
it's beautiful.
You almost don't want to put the top of the pastry on there.
I know.
But everybody, this is a nice luncheon idea because then you can cut it in portions.
Almost like little
so that
mini
ladies
sandwiches.
can have, you know.
Capers, a lot of
Capers, a lot of salt. Love salt. It's our downfall.
And what else do you have in here?
Those are anchovies.
Anchovies.
And this is the niçoise olives.
See, they're little tiny olives.
They're nice little olives.
You can get them in a jar, or sometimes those nice olive bars at the stores have them now. You know.
By the way, have you guys seen Julie and Julia? I know we have a clip from the movie.
I went on a rainy day with the kids a couple weeks ago. I was thinking in my mind that I would go with girlfriends and wear my Julia Child apron that's signed by her, but It was awesome. We loved it. Meryl Streep does an amazing
I haven't
job.
seen it yet. I know our producer Kate has seen it. Desiree saw it, and they were raving about it. And I've seen reviews of it, and they were saying Meryl Streep speaks in that accent that you almost feel like you're watching Julia Child.
It's unbelievable what she gives to a character, isn't it? It's just amazing. Meryl, we love our Meryl.
And apparently sales of her cookbooks are up.
She's on the New York Times bestseller list.
Can we get a shot of this apron, though? Because this is signed from by Julia Child.
This is signed.
And Patti refuses to wash it because she's worried that the signature is going to come off.
I know it's permanent marker, but I'm so afraid. Yeah, Julia Child.
Love it.
Bon appetit.
Ta-da!
So
there it is.
Yeah,
and you just put it on top and then you slice it.
And slice.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful. And
Make the dessert for us, because
Very
we
easy.
have to make sure we get this dessert in.
So now this is the same recipe for the pâte choux pastry, but this one has sugar in it.
A little bit of
So this
sugar.
would be called a sweet pastry as opposed to a savory pastry. So now we're just going to take the whipped cream. How good does this look?
And is that
people?
homemade whipped cream?
Oh,
yeah,
Please.
of course.
You can't use Cool Whip. I'm
Whipped.
sorry.
How
You
could I
gotta,
expect
you gotta
anything
whip
else?
this. Yeah. And you just
this takes 5 minutes, literally.
as
Not
Julia
5
would say,
minutes,
just
5 seconds.
Really?
in there.
Oh,
Like
look
this?
at you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing about Julia Child was she found her success very late in life. She never quit. She had at least 20 publishers tell her no on her books. And she just had that really never quit attitude, you know?
Inspiring other women as well. You're putting those raspberries in there. In the meantime, we want to tell you about an event that Patti has coming up, an open gallery style reading at the Farmington Marriott Hotel on Friday, September 11th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Patti, you're going to be there signing your decks of Within Reach mediumship cards after the gallery. Tickets available for $40. Go to PattiSinclair.com or come to our website, WTNH.com, and click on the Connecticut style link. Pour that chocolate on, Lassie.
Oh, my
That
God.
looks
You do the-
amazing.
Are you ready?
Ladies, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to taste